Hello, good morning all. I just wanted to get a video out to you guys, a little bit more information. I know that Pickles just sent out a text regarding masking and the staff, and so I wanted to add a little bit of information for folks who are new and who weren't here during the beginning of the pandemic. For those that were here at the beginning of the pandemic, you still know this routine pretty well. For those that are new, just wanted to let you know what's going on. Basically, from the beginning of this, we've been following the CDC guidelines. That's been our primary source of information of what we're doing. And just a couple weeks ago, they recommended for folks, whether they're vaccinated or not, that they needed to wear masks indoors. And so that's one of the things that was driving that. The second is that Coconino County recently went into the red zone. That means over 100 cases per day in the county. So that since that affects us locally, that is the decision making behind going to putting the mask back on for the staff, right? So it's for the staff, not for the customers. For the customers, before we had a whole system, I don't even want to get into the whole details, but we had a whole system that was mandated by the governor. I think that as far as the reality of the way that it worked out, the customers wore the mask for a few seconds, right, as they're walking in. Then of course they're eating, drinking, that kind of stuff, and then they walk out, put the mask on. 98% of the time they don't have it on. So what is the whole point of having that big fight for no reason? So that doesn't seem particularly useful. As far as masking with staff, the idea is behind the big virus overloads. We're also here for 6, 7, 8 hour shifts. So we're here for a lot longer than the average customer, although I know there are regulars that can sometimes sit around for that long too, but we're here for a lot longer. So that's the reasoning behind putting that back on. The other things, as far as source-wise, so you know what I'm looking at, what I'll basically be looking at for when we'll go back to no masks is when Coconino County drops out of the red. So when we're not in the red, that is going to be my indicator. I don't think this will be as long as times before it was months and months, and I don't think it's going to be that long. Got no crystal ball, no way to know for sure, but it doesn't seem to be the same sort of thing as before. So my hunch is that we won't be in as long, but I'm going to be looking at Coconino County as my health department is the source for that. Okay. The other things too, just so you know, again for folks that are new to this with us, the other sources that Dally and I look at: Harvard Medical Review and then Johns Hopkins. So those have been particularly useful. I don't look at social media at all for any of this. I think it's completely just garbage, terrible source. And then also same thing with the media outlets, the big noise-making for-profit media outlets. I don't listen to those at all either. So whatever they say, I don't care. But I'll be looking at CDC, Coconino County Health Department, and then as far as sort of theoretical guidelines, I guess, and just looking at different studies, Johns Hopkins, Harvard Medical Review, all that stuff's free too if you're interested. Finding out more, and then also locally, as far as we have a friend of ours that's a doctor that's been at Indian Health Care Services since the beginning of that. So we talked to her as far as for stuff going on, the reality, that type of thing, as well as we have another friend that's up at the hospital. So those are our main sources. Wanted to let you know that's where we're at. Hoping this won't last as long as before, but it's something we've done before, so we kind of know the routine. So it's almost like just a little light step up, but we need to do it. And let's see, other things I might add as far as events. I was planning all these events and all these things booked. I started scaling back and started canceling some and reducing others. I haven't pulled the throttle off entirely. We still have some stuff that's going, but it's basically I'm revisiting everyone that I contacted before and to see where they're at and what's going on, depending on various time frames, and sort of having this discussion too, that we'll just see where numbers end up and what they look like in the coming weeks, months. I'm somewhat optimistic as far as I think this is a minor setback. We'd said also early in this that there's no way this will be a smooth trajectory out. If it was, something was wrong, right? We'd be surprised by that. So it's a minor step back. We're going to take it for as long as we need to. If you have questions about any of this policy, see me. If it's as far as any of the sort of details, and then the same thing too, as far as if there's questions as far as how to execute the particulars, see Pickles about that. So see me, see Pickles. The thing not to do if you're confused by either this policy or any that we might have more coming down the line, right? We'll just keep things updated. If you're confused by any of that, don't use the group think. Please, please, please do not use the group think. As far as don't ask the other bartender, don't ask the other chef, that kind of thing. Ask either Pickles or ask myself. So we're all doing the same thing. All right, thank you all so much. I'll talk to you later on.